Oh, hey. What's going on? Slosh Hogger in the chat writes the following. Brady Tkachuk is a spineless scumbag. He goes on to say, but good for him and the entire family. It's going to be that kind of show.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K is the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K. 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What up? It's Sid. It is Monday, June the 22nd. Boy, do we have stuff here to talk about today. Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media, live on X, live on YouTube, live on the Facebook, and everyone watching and listening to us after the fact. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for the support, as always. Busy weekend here in the city of Toronto. Not only was the weather pretty darn good, it was lovely. And believe me, we're going to get to the hockey. I do need to acknowledge, and I'm going to say this with the utmost respect of everything that came before it. Saturday was the most skillful soccer game ever played in this city. Talent, stakes, you name it, at BMO Field between Germany and Cote d'Ivoire in the World Cup. I've never seen anything like that. And I was just watching on TV. Jeff Azzopardi was there.
I was.
Jeff has a party. Good afternoon. I know this is really early.
It is.
For the Jeff has a party. Hello.
I'm starting to feel like you're one of those NBA players because there was bets it would be 40 minutes and you just went straight on.
Oh, no, right
no
in.
even faking.
No. Oh, who's the Raptor that got bit on all those under bets and got hurt all the time?
I was trying to think of his
Who
name.
was it?
I couldn't pick it up.
Who? No, we're looking this up. Hold on. Toronto Raptor betting scandal. Forgive me. I know someone in the chat already knows this. Jonte Porter.
Not Jonte.
Yeah.
Yep.
Take the under.
That's it.
Jonte Porter
And
won
you
the
didn't
under
even
today on
hesitate.
Ezra.
You didn't even hesitate.
I got in there. Look, we have to acknowledge how amazing a moment that was in Toronto
it
sports
was
history.
awesome.
Because you don't see teams like that playing in this city a lot. So you were there.
Yeah.
Take us through the vibe. What were you expecting? What actually came to pass? Like, how was your day down there?
It was great. It was actually very efficient getting in and out. Took the train in, managed to get right in. Like, there was no real lineups.
How long did it take you out of your front door into your seat, commuting into BMO for that day?
Well, I had plans to meet up earlier. We obviously went down early, and we were actually in our seats an hour before even kickoff,
Right.
like after hours started.
Right.
But walking in was very efficient. Like, there was no real lineups, just through security really quick, and then tickets, showing your ticket. But they had so many, like, people scanning it. Yeah, we pretty much just walked in. Never line up really to get a beer or whatever.
Wasn't crazy.
Like,
Wasn't crazy at all.
Concessions were good. The washrooms were the only crazy part, but other than that, it was fine. Yeah,
welcome to
that's
BMO.
expected. Yeah,
That's never
exactly.
going to change at BMO.
Exactly, because the washrooms are so small there. Yeah,
And they have
it's true.
3 stalls in each damn washroom.
Yeah.
Good job, BMO.
Yeah, no, but I'm actually very impressed with the efficiency to get in and out and everything. It was
Okay,
good.
so
Follow a crowd, and like they had certain ways in and out,
Right.
so it was good.
So 2 huge Maltese thumbs up.
Yeah, definitely.
From Jeff as a party.
And it wasn't quite the game. The ref was a little bit on one side, seemed, but yeah.
What did you
I
make?
went down there thinking I was going to cheer for the underdogs in Côte d'Ivoire, but man, I was in a Germany section, so how could you not get into it? And by the end, it was just going nuts. And the way it played out was perfect.
So
It
you
was
were
amazing.
Deutschland by proximity.
Oh, definitely.
By the end of the
Had
game.
Had to be.
All right.
It was crazy. But it was a lot of fun. It was fun.
Germany won the game. That's a second straight last-minute goal at BMO Field.
Yeah.
Because Ghana beat Panama under similar circumstances days earlier.
Yeah.
Dennis Undav with his second goal off the bench. Lot of conversation in the German press about whether or not the kid should be starting. I believe when someone consistently scores off the bench, you know where you have to leave them? Coming off the bench. Sorry. That's a thing that's working for you. You have to continue to do that.
And did you see
Sorry.
Draisaitl was in the building? To
Dry-
hand out the player of the
Player
match?
of the match.
Yeah, so it was lucky. It was somebody from Germany.
The Michelob Ultra player of the
Yeah.
match
And
afterwards.
Well, shout out Veronica and the team down there who,
All right.
who helped me get in, which was awesome. It was
So
fun.
thumbs up for you.
Definitely.
On
The
what
whole
is
experience.
what is hands down the biggest soccer experience you've had in
Without
your
a
life.
doubt. Without a
Okay.
doubt. And everybody was friendly. Everyone was good. It was a great crowd, making noise, cheering. It was awesome. It was a great experience.
By the way, injury note for Germany in a game that you were at, Azo. Their central defender, Nico Schlotterbeck from Dortmund, he's gone for the tournament with an ankle injury, so he's not coming back. So, ho-hum, they bring off a Real Madrid central defender in Rudiger, and they're fine. I think Rudiger's probably a better central defender than Schlotterbeck. But anyway, my opinion. Germany, a big 2 points. I still haven't really I didn't think Germany were like overly great on Saturday, personally.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes.
I
But
think the refs let a lot of stuff go that mostly went against Germany.
yeah, for sure.
Like, he let them play, and it was fine. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they missed a bunch of whistles, and they had their chances. They had a bunch of strikes that were really close. And they got in the box pretty good. But
What'd you think of that number 11 for Cote d'Ivoire? He's playing
one
in
of the-
Germany right now. They're going to get like $100 million
Yeah,
from Diomande.
he's been one of the better players in the
He's
tournament. Me
really
and my
good.
cousin were discussing this. He's like the best player I've seen on the tournament for the
He's sick.
tournament.
He's
is on Côte
disgustingly
d'Ivoire.
good.
Yeah, my cousin Mark
Like-
told me that too, and I was like, oh yeah, watching him was amazing. They could move the ball quick, man, and they have some strong guys. in the
That
ball.
from a skill perspective, you cannot debate that was the greatest soccer game ever
Agreed.
in
We kind of
Toronto
had it
history.
circled. We expected
Ever.
that, but it lived up to it totally.
Maybe Canadian history.
Yeah.
If I may be so bold, because I watch soccer and a lot of people don't. But okay, it looked like an amazing afternoon. The weather was great. I'm glad your commute was okay.
Yeah, it was great.
Because apparently it was the end of the world that the World Cup was coming to Toronto, but everything was fine.
So the only funny thing was like checking the online schedule for the goal going down. It gave me a time, and I was there 10 minutes before the time, and I just missed the train, and another train came like 6 minutes after the time it told me. So I don't think they updated the online schedule, but they had more trains than expected.
So you were fine.
I was fine.
Okay.
I ended up in between 2 trains, but it was still fine because there was more than it's listed on the online.
So just
schedule.
so I'm clear one more time, because you are irresponsible, you missed the train.
No,
And there was another one there to save your ass.
Yeah, and then there was
Okay,
one
all
5
right.
minutes after.
All
I'm just
right.
saying, I don't think the schedule online matched up to what they had going.
All right.
So just be aware of that. But it was still, they had more trains.
So this
going.
is a shocking update I'm getting from Azo. Transit was good.
Dude, me too.
Security was
so
good at
surprised.
Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, Saturday in Toronto. Everything was good. Okay.
Mostly German fans marching in, got stuck in one of those, which was awesome. It was
yeah?
fun. Yeah, it was
So,
good.
and again, your only complaint is there's 3 bathroom stalls in every washroom at BMO Field,
Yes, 100%.
which is what they've done,
it's
basically.
crazy.
All right. That's a good update.
It is.
Positivity.
No, very positive.
You know, Azo, if I don't start the show with some positivity,
Where are we going to go?
I just can't.
It's true.
I feel like I have a headache.
Yeah.
You know? All right. We will. I'm basically going to talk for the next 40 minutes. Sorry, Azo.
Oh,
good to talk to you.
We expected it.
Yep. It's great. That's the other reason I wanted to bring you in. Because there's some things happening. I've done this before on the show. And I would hazard to guess it won't be the last time I do this on the show, but I think it's rather appropriate. I would like to acknowledge again my love of the movie Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe. A lot of life lessons in that movie.
Definitely.
A lot of violence in that movie.
Definitely.
It's the story of Maximus Meridius, a Spanish general in the Rome army, who is on the verge of being promoted to Emperor of Rome, and then a massive betrayal takes place, and he enters the slave trade as a gladiator. It's a hell of a story. And early on in the movie, they set up Russell Crowe's character as the all-conquering general. They have him in Germania, ironically enough. Germania, trying to conquer what's left of their army. And there's a phrase that you hear in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie before this attack by the Roman army. And it's a thread throughout the entire movie Gladiator. Strength and honor. Russell Crowe says strength and honor to his army, to his newfound friends in the gladiator trade. It is a common refrain in the movie. Strength and honor. And it's fairly self-explanatory, I feel. It's don't be a pushover, but don't be a jackass while you do it. And it's one of those refrains in the movie world I'll always remember. Brady Tkachuk, towards the end in Ottawa, didn't have either strength or honor. Allow me to explain. Let's talk about the strength part. Captain of the Ottawa Senators. One of the most overrated players in the National Hockey League. 0 foot speed. Has never scored 40 goals in his career. I've been told he has great hands. Okay. Never got 90 points in his career. Okay. The one thing he won at the Olympics, other people had to put him on their back to get that gold medal, specifically the Hugheses and Connor Hellebuck. And the last time we saw Brady Tkachuk in the playoffs for the Ottawa Senators, he barnyanied. 0 points, 0, 0, 0 against Carolina. And I believe there was like a -3 or 4 along with that, just for good measure for Brady Tkachuk. Oh, captain, my captain, strength and honor. Not saying he wasn't trying. I'm saying he's not as good as people think he is. And on top of that, he's been getting hurt the last couple of years. On top of that. You know where he shows incredible strength is trying to go viral. That's where his strength really comes out. Other than that, you don't see it. He was a mouse in that series against Carolina. Not the only one, but he's wearing the C. See where I'm going with that? So that's the strength aspect of what we've seen from Brady Tkachuk. in Ottawa. He has no honor. And I understand people in Ottawa have been very, very sensitive to the notion that Brady Tkachuk wanted out because you're hearing it from everyone else outside of the market. I would become sensitive to that too. But things really came to a head at his season-ending media availability. Brady Tkachuk missed the first day of it when Steve Staios and all the players spoke. His wife was giving birth in, I believe it was New Jersey. So 2 days later, on April the 29th, Brady Tkachuk, with a lot of rumors circulating about his future, and 2 years out from the end of his deal, met with the Ottawa media. And the topic of his future again came up. And Tkachuk, clearly with an exit on his mind and a foot and a half out the door, sat in front of the Ottawa media and, more importantly, the fan base of that hockey team and said this.
Like I've answered this hundreds of times that none of that I feel like I've never shown. I've never said. None of those things ever came out of my mouth, and quite honestly, it's just getting frustrating. It's becoming a distraction, and because I have been fully committed to this team, to the city, and it's just becoming a distraction, frustrating to deal with. For me, I just want to talk to Steve, and I know we're going to talk, and he just left to go to U18s, and just to talk about our normal conversations usually at the end of the year about our team and what he thinks and what he thinks of my own game, and I talked to Greener this morning, and I know we're going to talk in a couple weeks when we all decompress a little bit more, and for me it's just having those conversations about our team, where we can improve, where I can improve, and all that other stuff. It's just a distraction to what we're trying to do.
Olerud on first in the chat. Coward. I know he's talking about me or Brady Tkachuk.
I think we know.
I think it's Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah.
And if it's me, I've gotten that before too. But that was April the 29th in Ottawa. Brady Tkachuk complaining openly about this unwarranted distraction that has bubbled to the surface in Ottawa. Brady Tkachuk was lying through his teeth that entire availability about what he thought of the market and what he thought of you, Sens fans. No honor. None. Because a few days after that availability, and after Steve Staios returned from the under 18s, in Europe, he basically told Steve Staios he wasn't going to re-sign at the end of his contract. What older brother did in Calgary, younger brother has decided to do in Ottawa. Really, it's the least surprising thing in the world. Younger brother always follows older brother around. So that was April 29th. That lying captain, Brady Tkachuk, in front of the media in Ottawa. Now, before I continue down this road, I would also like to acknowledge how naive people in Ottawa are. I'm not letting anyone in Ottawa off the hook on this. I'm going to start with the fan base. You got to grow up. You got to grow up. Because the stuff that we took here on this show and other outlets have taken on their show for remotely bringing up the possibility that Brady Tkachuk wasn't long-term for that market was childish. I wasn't even mad at it. I was kind of sorry for you because you don't get it. And I'm not just talking about the fan base. I want to play you a clip from Steve Staios 2 days earlier during the real team locker cleanout media availability. Travis Green and Steve Staios did their media availability together. And the arrogance in hindsight that you hear out of this from Staios and a giggling Travis Green. I guarantee you who's not giggling today? Travis Green. And a giggling Travis Green was just appalling in hindsight. Appalling. I'll get back to Brady Tkachuk in a second. I'm not done with him. But you got to check yourself a little bit here, guys. I know 2, 3, 4-time Stanley Cup champions. I don't see them in Ottawa. Got to bring it down a little bit. This was the answer Steve Seixeiro, president and GM of the Ottawa Senators, gave when he was asked about the distraction of Brady Tkachuk and do you think he'll be here long term. Keep in mind, Travis Green is snickering like a school person next to him the entire time. This was April the 27th.
Broader question for both of you guys, but like, what is it like trying to handle all that noise where like people online have their opinions of Brady and people are saying, oh, he might leave, they should try to find a way to trade him. Like, what's it like for you guys being in charge of this team trying to manage that?
Yeah, well, it's nonsense is what it is, and it depends on what week and what fan base it's coming from. So I don't read it. I don't bother with it. We know what we have internally. We have great communication with our players. So we really don't focus on it.
Steve Seixeiro is new at this, and it shows. You know what they had internally? A problem. Brady Tkachuk yesterday was traded to Florida. 9th overall pick in this year's draft, 25th overall pick in this year's draft, a second-round pick in 2027, and a top 10 protected first-rounder in 2029. Happy Father's Day to Keith Tkachuk. Matthew and Brady are together in Florida. After everything you just heard from both Brady and Steve Seixeiro and a snickering Travis Green, who's not snickering today, I would bet. Life comes at you fast, doesn't it? The most telling thing to me was the statement that Steve Seixeiro put in the press release yesterday on Brady Tkachuk, where he thanked Brady for like a lot of years in this city. Just kidding. It was 3 lines. Let me read you the quote from Steve Seixeiro in the press release. Quote, "This was not a decision we took lightly, but ultimately we did what we felt was best for the long-term future of our hockey club. We now possess cap space and draft capital and will be actively working to improve our roster." Not one mention of Brady in that. He was your captain for how many years? How many years? Sounded pretty confident on April the 27th, didn't you? Before I get back to Brady Tkachuk, I would like to very much express my feelings on the hierarchy of the Ottawa Senators. Small time is as small time does. And you got. So the next time you want to stick your chest out there in front of the world, think again. You are the Ottawa Senators with no real history in this league of championship success, unless you're going back like 80, 90 years. Bring it down a notch. A humble suggestion from me to you. Maybe you won't look like that much of an idiot going forward, because you do today. Would love a quote from Travis Green today. Would love one. Back to Brady. So while we all recover from that extremely heartfelt statement put out by the Ottawa Senators on Brady Tkachuk, there's a lot of people talking about the return. Like Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk playing together. Okay. Like part of me thinks this is where the Florida Panthers actually start to go downhill because Bill Zito's no longer running the team. Matthew Tkachuk is with his dad. Like I don't understand how more people aren't bringing that up. This is a weird move for me. You brought in a slow 26-year-old who hasn't had 40 goals or 90 points in his career, who's now getting injured a lot, but his brother wants him. Okay, sure. I'm one of the few looking at this through the lens of, yeah, the Panthers don't scare me the way they used to. If this is the decision-making process, they don't. They do not. But I've seen people rip on what the Sens got back. I mean, there's no way Steve Staios is done with the draft coming up Friday. But I've seen people rip the return. A couple things to remember. One, Brady Tkachuk, trade protection. He decides where he goes. B, don't believe anything you read about how there were other teams on his list. There was one. Cut the garbage with that. Like he wanted to go to Carolina. Are you serious? There was one destination Brady Tkachuk was going to. You're lucky you got this. If I were Florida, I'd say, well, we'll just wait the 2 years. He's coming here. You get 3 first-rounders out of that and a second that you can play with over the next 7 to 14 days? As much as I think Steve Staios can be a little naive in that position, I don't hate that return. But then I started wondering, like, why was that return so big considering Tkachuk and the Panthers had all the cards? All the cards. Eventually, this was going to get out in Ottawa. It was going to be untenable with Brady Tkachuk in that city. So if you're the Panthers, why would you even give up 2 first-rounders? And then it dawned on me. I think I know what's going on here. There was an infamous moment before free agency last year that I still think is one of Elliot Friedman's greatest reports. And it involved the tampering of Mitch Marner. Do you guys remember this? Like 12 hours before the free agency actually hit. Like the Leafs were going to float. They were going to go to the National Hockey League and report Vegas for tampering on Mitch Marner. And it spread like wildfire. And then all of a sudden, the Leafs get Nick Waugh. Remember that? You remember that, right? Kind of an interesting moment. Not the first time a team in the past has threatened a tampering charge and maybe gotten something back that they weren't expecting. I will also remind you that the Tkachuks have a podcast where they've talked a lot. Both Matthew and Brady and their dad, Keith. They've talked a lot on that show about how great Florida is, all the things about Florida. And then before the end of the regular season, when the Linus Ullmark thing is percolating in Ottawa because he needed some rest and Travis Green ran 0 cover for him, Keith Tkachuk goes on the podcast of the brothers and rips on Linus Ullmark. Brady Tkachuk doesn't say anything. Let's go back down memory lane, shall we, and relive that moment.
My pinky hurts. I'm out for 6 days.
I knew that was coming. I knew right when he said that. I'm like, don't say it.
Yeah,
I'm like, don't you say it.
I just had a bad sleep, so I can't play today. Oh, my God. Disgusting.
All right. Well, we're going to move on here.
That's like one of 30 clips we could have played from that podcast, where if you're an Ottawa Senator fan or executive, you're saying to yourself, I don't like this. But the Sens were in a position where they thought Brady still had a future in the city, so no one says anything and everyone looks the other way. Sometimes looking the other way doesn't help you. Considering he had trade protection, considering his brother plays in Florida, considering their relationship, and considering the Panthers know this all too well, in no world should they have given the Sens what they gave up. People are acting like it's some small return. You have no idea what you're talking about. 3 firsts and a second for a player that you're convinced is coming to your team anyway is a lot. So why did they give the Sens that? I think there may have been threats of tampering here. That's the only reasonable excuse you can come up with how the Sens got that return when they had no leverage. Sens had no leverage. They gave it all up Matthew wants him in Florida. The Panthers want him in Florida. Brady wants to go to Florida. Brady has trade protection. Scores 4-0 on that scoreboard, and the Sens are underwater on it. The fact that Steaua still pulled this off is actually pretty impressive. And any Sens fan who's like, well, we didn't get any players. We didn't get this. We didn't get that. It still stuns me. It happens in Toronto, too. It happened when Joseph Wall was traded. There were some fans like, I can't believe that's the market. Well, that's the market. You can't make the market up. The market is what it is. Now, in this case with Ottawa, they had no leverage. And they still got that. I think there might have been some tampering allegations thrown around. And if I'm the Sens, I would have done it too. Because what was going on with that podcast was asinine. And quite frankly, the National Hockey League, now they won't look at it because the Sens actually got a return. But I have no doubt in my mind the Leafs pulled this act on Vegas last year and they got a center out of it. And I think the Sens just pulled the same act on Florida in terms of tampering. This was the most clear case of tampering I've seen since Lawrence Frank and the Clippers are following Kawhi around Toronto. It's clear as day. So for those of you complaining about that return, you need to give your head a shake. You really do. I thought Steaua did a pretty good job with it. As frustrated as I am with Steaua in other avenues, I thought he did pretty well here. A couple more things before I bring Azo back into the conversation. I want to directly message Ottawa Senators supporters. Because yesterday was the summer solstice. Yesterday was the longest day of the year on the calendar. Most sunlight out of any day, the beginning of summer. Believe it or not, it's all downhill from here. It'll be Christmas tomorrow. It will. But yesterday was the longest day of the year on the calendar. And for some Sens fans, it felt like it. It did. That's your captain, man. I did notice other Sens fans were more resigned to it. Dare I say, okay with it. Because no one's seen Brady Tkachuk more than Sens Nation. I want to talk directly to you right now. This might be the best thing to happen to your organization in years. That kid was not about that life. He's going to go to Florida, and if he ever wins a cup, much like the Olympics, someone will carry him there. He is slow. He doesn't have hands. His priorities are in the wrong spot. He just wants to go viral all the time. He is not the player some people make him out to be. He's not. And on top of that, at 26, he's getting banged up pretty bad because he has no self-control. If he was a center, I think this is a different discussion about what this just did to your franchise. I think this is a different conversation for you. I do. And I have to be honest, everyone's pointing at the Olympic stuff and all the Americans who don't win in smaller markets or Canadian markets who got together and said, I want to win. Whether it's Brady Tkachuk or Connor Hellebuck or Zach Werenski or Dylan Larkin. We'll get to Austin here in a second. We're going to have a long conversation about Austin. But Brady Tkachuk was not leading you anywhere. He wasn't. He is miscast. You needed him to be your Jordan Staal, and he's not. You needed him to be Barkov or Bennett or Reinhart. He wasn't. He is the most overrated hockey player in the league. That's not a debate. And I'm stunned Florida just bent to the will of Matthew Tkachuk. I got news for you. Matthew Tkachuk, not always the best decision maker. He's certainly not a GM. I'm really surprised Bill Zito in that front office did this. I'm really surprised. But he's theirs now. Try telling the Tkachuks what to do in that organization now. Watch this. With their dad hovering. Watch this. Bill Zito's got a bit of a challenge on his hands now. And I get it if you're Brady Tkachuk, I get it. Like I remember vividly the stories of, because famously Canada's hockey team, the men's team, stayed in their own hotel and not in the Olympic Village during the Olympics. The U.S. hockey team stayed in the Olympic Village. Brady and Matthew Tkachuk couldn't walk 3 feet without being stopped for a selfie. If you're Brady Tkachuk, that was a level of celebrity that you kind of get in Ottawa, but not really. It's just different. And I know it got weird after the Olympics for a lot of players. And I know it really got weird for Brady after that Linus Ullmark rumor stuff popped up. Let's not sweep that one under the rug here, guys. That was a weird moment for the organization and for some players. I'm not going to get into the details because it's ridiculous, but the organization handled it small time. That press release that they put out was small time. It drew way more attention to it. Brady Tkachuk is now answering about it in the locker room. Nice job, guys. Well thought through. But like I said, big picture, Sens fans, this might work out. This might work out. My final point before I bring in Azo. Some of you may be saying in Sens Nation, okay, well, then who's the captain? Who's our person? Considering the atmosphere right now amongst National Hockey League players from the United States of America, considering the empowerment you're seeing, and considering the unprecedented tampering you're seeing from American NHL franchises towards Canadian franchises, it's undeniable. Bill Guerin is not hiding a thing down there. Vegas isn't hiding a thing down there. It's obvious what's going on with American franchises and Canadian teams. I have a suggestion for all Canadian NHL franchises, and I'm being very serious when I say this. No more American captains. Not because they're bad people, not because they have bad character. I'm not suggesting any of that. They're all great players. The atmosphere right now among some American franchises is so ruthless. The second you put a C on an American kid in a Canadian market, they have a target on their back. And I know the Connor Hellebuyck thing in Winnipeg it's not apples to apples, but that's kind of where I'm going with it, though, generally. If you put a C on an American player on a Canadian team in this atmosphere with the level of tampering you are seeing from American teams, you are asking for trouble. Now, I think the captaincy generally, every organization should wait to see if you win a playoff round or two and who stands out. There's your captain. Crazy notion. Instead of having it written in someone's contract, which I've heard before in this town, by the way. But I don't think Canadian hockey fans can kind of hide our head in the sands on this any longer. Franchises up here are being attacked by American teams and poached. And when you make one of these players your captain, it's way, way worse. It can be extremely damaging. I think Canadian teams have to think twice about this right now. I'm not going to go as far as say you don't bring in American kids. There's some great American kids, great hockey players. But I have to be honest with you. I don't hate that Gavin McKenna's a Canadian kid this Friday for the Leafs. I don't hate it. I like the Stenberg kid. He's fine. But I don't hate that McKenna's Canadian. It's becoming very difficult to ward off the American franchises who are illegally going after players in this country. The Rangers have been trying to do this for years on Brady Tkachuk. Let's cut the BS. They've been trying to do this forever. And the Canadian franchises have to think twice. That's all I'm saying. If I'm the Sens, don't name a captain. 4 assistants. That's it. And if Jake Sanderson drags you to the second round of the playoffs one day, boom, kid, you got it. Although he's American. I understand what I'm saying. But in this moment, I don't trust this process. This is a really risky thing for a Canadian team to do this. Very risky. Because to be fair about it, what the Olympics also did for them is give them a window into celebrity they've never seen in their life as American hockey players, ever. Connor Hellebuyck's at the State of the Union getting a standing ovation. Did he ever dream of that? I don't care what you think about American politics right now. Not everyone gets that. Now, what this means for the Toronto Maple Leafs and their current American captain, I'm going to open up the conversation in the chat, Nazo, here in a second, because I think we need to have that conversation. But in terms of what Brady Tkachuk just did in Ottawa, Sens fans, you're going to be fine. Because you just lost a player who claims to be one of the great leaders in the game. He's got no strength. He's got no honor. Without either in life, you get exposed pretty quick. That guy will not win a cup in Florida. I promise you. I promise you. He will be an anchor to them. Because no longer is Bill Zito running the team. So they're down there. This is the biggest mistake they've made so far. Smart organization. Now they got a little too big for their britches. You're going to be fine, Ottawa. You're going to be fine. Now, if Stales screws us up, I can't help you. But the rest of your team, nucleus-wise, pretty good. Pretty young, pretty good. You need better vets than Claude Giroux, with all due respect. I think you have to bring in people in Ottawa who just don't want to be in the region. Like, there has to be a reason they're a senator. I like Ottawa isn't a good enough reason. They have to help the team. But you're going to be fine. The snake has left. Summer's just beginning. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think the Sens will be in the news for good reasons. You got some assets. It's a decent team. It's a playoff team. You don't need Brady Tkachuk. At least I don't think so. Jeff has a party. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again, Sid. You're just under 40 minutes. You want a couple extra minutes?
Well, technically, we went 5 because
that's what I'm saying. You have a few more minutes.
You hogged up all the time talking about Deutschland and Cote d'Ivoire.
If you want to keep going, you got a few more minutes. You can.
One more thing about captaincies.
Let me take a stroll here.
Let me take a stroll. Azo, let's because I want to talk about Austin Matthews.
No, so do I.
But is there anything in the last 40 minutes that I hit that you would like to hit?
Much.
Go ahead.
Should we start with Gladiator and how I have a strength and honor tattoo on my back because of that movie? It's my favorite movie, for real. I'm not even lying about that. Anyway, whatever.
Hold on.
Swear to God.
Hold on. You have a strength and honor tattoo.
Yes.
On your ass?
No, not on my ass.
Okay, you said your ass.
I said my back, upper back.
Oh, upper
lower
back.
Lower back, something
I heard
different.
ass, but
lower
whatever.
back, something different. It's okay. Anyway, but I'm totally with you. And I know you don't believe it is true Florida was his number one target, but even the list of 4 teams he announced or whoever announced it is ridiculous.
It's like AI made the list.
The 2 teams that just went to the Cup Finals.
Come on.
Minnesota, who's on the up and climb, and who was the last? And the Panthers, of course. So the 2 teams that just went to the finals, and the Knights and the Canes, the Wild, who are up and coming, and they know they're stacking, or the Panthers. Everyone knows it was a Panther. Like you said, he lives in New Jersey, and the Devils weren't on that list. Anyway.
The Devils suck, though.
Yeah, no, I know.
Sorry.
You think people would want to go home if
suck.
you know it was a thing.
No, but he wants some celebrity with it.
Yeah.
Like
without a doubt.
By the way, Slosh Hogger in the chat, Azo cheeks.
That's why I thought I'd bring it up.
There's a lot of bleep stamp references in the chat right now.
I saw that.
I don't like the terminology, but you know what I'm talking about.
I mean,
there's a lot of bleep stamp.
Some of us has been called that, but whatever. Anyway.
So where else you want to take it? Like, it's a good point.
The other
it's
thing
a good point.
is, well, I wanted, to your point, they're trading him within division. Like, I don't know, you saw the Renaud Lavoie tweet that the pressure was coming from inside the locker room to get him out.
Yeah.
Like, and if he isn't committed to being there in 2 years, like that clip you played from the end of season, he says, I have been. Nothing about the future was in that clip. So if Stales went to him and he said he wasn't re-signing, then yeah, get proactive and get him out. And if the rest of the team could feel that, it's like hearing Mitch was talking to everybody in Vegas before he went. Go.
Yeah.
I'm glad the Senators were proactive. And they had to send him to the... You're right. He's not a leader at all. He's not that talented. Like, they sent him to the only team that can babysit him because his older brother's.
100%.
Like, he's not a leader.
100%.
No team wants this guy as his captain. I think Minnesota would rather have Larkin than this guy.
Brady Tkachuk on a good team is an average hockey player.
100%.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, and Florida's not. That's why Florida went and got him. They're not a skilled team. They have some skilled guys, but they're more pesky, and they're going to be a pain in the ass to play against. They're going to try and make it tough on teams with guys like Marchand and the other Tkachuk and Sam Bennett. You know, like it's more.
You know who now has a lot of responsibility is the person centering that line, probably Anton Lundell.
Yeah.
Like you have to make two guys. Like if that line's not clicking, guess who's getting reamed out behind the scenes?
100%.
Not Brady or Matthew.
Right.
It'll be a tag team on your ass.
And then they'll bully and pick on
Yes.
him. Yes. It's true. So true.
George in the chat, Azo has a Sid stamp. The chat is stunned that you have a Strength and Honor tattoo.
It's my favorite movie. Favorite movie.
Gladiator. I haven't even seen the second one because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I've seen all the Gladiator I need, dude.
It was better than I thought, but Gladiator
that movie,
by far my favorite movie.
Joaquin Phoenix, right? Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
He was so good as
Such
the
a-
jackass
as
in
the
that
Emperor.
movie.
Yep.
Oh my God.
It's true.
Then he got
So true.
super weird.
Yeah. And to your point, they're trading them in division. Like Ottawa, I kind of like it by Ottawa because they're like, here, take them. Like, who wants it?
But the in the division thing is going nuts. Darren Radish in the division of the Leafs.
I know.
Brady Tkachuk in the division.
It is insane.
This is crazy.
And I think Florida had to do it now and give up that much because their window's shrinking all the time. They got an older roster.
I would agree.
That's why they had to give up the assets to get him. When you know he wants to come here, Matthew's probably, chirping at you like just to shut him up. Give him whatever they want and get him over here.
Rachel in the chat, their podcast is about to get a lot more annoying.
If Gary
Let's
lets
see.
it continue. Let's see what Gary thinks about all this.
Oh,
And to your
Gary's
point,
not.
what you're
Gary's
saying.
letting Mike Babcock coach.
No,
Gary's
but
not doing
I
anything
thought
about
parody
that.
was so important to Gary. Like, this is going to be interesting, too. Because you're right. This dialect is just going to keep going.
Amon in the chat, Jake Sanderson next to leave?
No, I think
I don't know about Jake. I don't know about Sanderson.
We're both
wanting
under
out.
agreement. They try and flip
no.
these picks to get more.
Yes.
Because they also have the 32nd pitch, which they can't trade, right?
The Dadonov first pick that they got back after initially losing it.
They can't trade that.
They're not allowed to trade it.
Right.
Correct.
But now they
cannot
got
trade it.
2 picks that they can trade.
Right.
I don't think they make these because, okay, to be honest with you know what my first thought was? Man, we got to stay for an extra pick now on Friday on the live stream.
Well, the 9th overall pick.
It's another because we were going to end with Winnipeg.
I was going to be in my car after the 8th pick from Winnipeg.
Now we got to stay for the 9th.
Now we're going to stay for the whole thing. By the way,
We're not staying for the 20th or whatever.
we're not staying for the 20th. Unless there's a massive deal.
Yeah, that's true.
So our live streaming schedule this week, Azo and I, we're noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific every day as usual. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be here live for Portugal, Uzbekistan.
Are you in a bit of a worse mood because of who's just taking the field right now? Oh, I should actually.
Oh, it's a little Messi. Is that what you're talking about, little Messi?
Messi shirt on.
Messi, look, people think you bring up Messi with me. It's like
I
some
know.
visceral thing.
No, it's not. But that's why I play into it.
He is the greatest player of all time.
I know.
But
people hold you to an opinion you had
Well,
10 years ago when he didn't win anything.
Let him.
Which is hilarious.
I made a lot of money off that opinion. Don't worry about it. But
I just find it hilarious.
I
that
am
people
fine
keep
with the notion. Oh yeah, people bring it up all the time.
because he has won since then.
It's like you don't think I don't know that Messi's the best player of all time, especially after that World Cup performance and those 7 penalties. Who's counting?
Yeah.
So 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Azo and I will live stream. I think it might be another pizza day, by the way.
Oh.
Might get grape juice and pizza tomorrow.
Nice.
Portugal, Uzbekistan will be live on YouTube X and Facebook for that. I have you know what? Ronaldo 100%, 2 goals tomorrow, both penalties.
Ooh,
both penalties.
Yeah.
And then all the idiots are gonna be like, he's back. The Ronaldo disciples
Are going nuts.
are worse
It's
than
true.
the Messi disciples right now.
100%. I agree
Worse.
with you. I
I've
can't believe
never
what I'm
seen
hearing.
anything like this online. The guy's 41 and you can't say anything about a 41-year-old striker. That's insane.
Who I haven't seen create
Insane.
anything for himself in a while. And people are like, no, he's still got it. He's still there.
Can control life in the chat. Bro, stream Argentina. No, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to stream Portugal, Uzbekistan tomorrow at 1. And then Azo and I will do another noon show on Wednesday, then a 3 p.m. Eastern, Canada, Switzerland. What a game that is going to be.
That's going to be unbelievable.
That is huge.
Huge.
The biggest Canadian men's soccer game since the last one. Mm-hmm. Then Thursday, normal noon show. Friday, Azo and I, normal noon show. Then we're back here at 7 p.m. Eastern for round 1 of the NHL draft. Here we go.
It's going to be so much.
Shout out Alex DeLuca.
Yeah.
and giving the Leafs the first overall pick. Who knows what Friday is going to look like? And then we have a rare Saturday live stream with Portugal and Colombia at 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
Game.
Azo and I will be here Saturday night. That's going to be a big one.
Huge.
Because that also could dictate, does Portugal come to Toronto on July the 2nd?
Yeah.
If Portugal finish second in their group, they're in Toronto a week from this Thursday.
I think right now they're matched up against England, which would be
Dude, there's
insane.
a world. There's a world.
That's
I'm
insane.
not kidding. It could be Portugal-Croatia on July the 2nd
Yeah,
here.
Portugal-England would
There's
be
no
crazier.
one is going to be left in Mississauga.
Yeah.
No one. No one. If Portugal play Croatia
Might as
on
well
July the
play it in
2nd
Mississauga.
at BMO Field, you can rob any house.
You better have a bunch
No one's
extra
gonna be in
goal. Yeah. The Lakeshore West better be full that day. You better have a bunch.
So that's the schedule this week. If you want to come along for a ride, we appreciate all of you because it's going to be a lot of fun.
But we are under the opinion that Ottawa is going to flip those picks, right? Like they still have Stützle.
Look, they were
and
trying.
Sanderson
They were
and
trying to get a
Cousins.
winger before this happened.
Right.
So now they need 2 wingers, a backup goalie, probably another blue liner.
But their window is still now because they have some players.
Well, the
They have
window.
guys
Okay,
on
but
good
what
contracts.
window?
Well, no, I just mean with guys like Stützle, Cousins, even Pinto.
Yeah.
Stützle.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Stutzla. You were just at a Germany game, man.
I know.
Learn Stutzla. Tim
It's true.
Stutzla.
And Sanderson, to your point, locked up for the next, till 20, 30, 31.
Yeah, no, listen, their nucleus is good. Paulie in the chat.
But that's what they that's what I'm
this
saying.
the FIFA has been amazing. Yes.
Yes.
This the FIFA. He was at Azo was at the FIFA.
But
Not
they
that
have
long
some
ago.
guys who are still under contract. Like, they got to try and give it another run.
Look, I still think they're in good shape.
Yeah, they are. I agree.
I don't know if you could tell, not a Brady Tkachuk fan.
Yeah.
I am not a Brady Tkachuk fan. I've
over.
never been a Brady Tkachuk fan.
Nobody can tell you he's not overrated.
He's a viral hack who's never had 90 points in a season in his career and hasn't scored 40 goals once despite all that power play time. Think about the power play time Brady Tkachuk has had in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Not 40 goals once. Tavares got 40 goals once with the Leafs.
exactly.
Once. But at least he got 40 goals.
It's true. And they're 25 mil under the cap now? Or something
That's a good question. Let's take a look.
I thought I read that online. I meant
Dude,
to
if they're
double check
25 mil.
That's insane.
Oh my God, 25 million.
Under the cap.
Oh my God.
They could do so much. So to that point, I'm glad I saw what the Leafs do what they did last week. Like
Wow.
Ottawa's the team to watch now, what they can do.
Dude, 20.
It's insane.
Yeah, Scribs in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know
confirms.
German. I know the cap. There you go.
Sunken Train in the chat. Brady is peak nepotism. Guys, let Florida have him.
Yeah, I agree.
Guys, this is not going to work out. Bill Zito has turned over the keys to the Cadillac to Matthew Tkachuk. I can't believe he did this.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong. You cannot usurp your own power. And whether Bill Zito likes it or not, he just did it. And I'm stunned a guy like him did that. Stunned.
I was gonna. I don't know if because I saw this was circulating around X and like some social medias. Brady did him and Matthew took their gold medals to a kids hospital in St. Louis, St. Louis Children's Hospital, and they were asking about what the medal like meant to him and this and that. And he had a quote. I don't. Do you want to play it? Should we play it?
Is the audio good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's again. So this is a few days ago at a St. Louis Children's
2
Hospital.
days, I believe.
2 days.
Over the weekend, they were there showing the medals to some kids at a.
This
St. Louis
is
Children's.
this just Brady or Brady
It's
and
just
Matthew?
Brady. It's just Brady.
So this is a couple days ago. Well, in hindsight, let's see how this listens.
Right back to the driveway. Just all the time we spent together growing up and shaping us into who we are, and to achieve a childhood dream together was something that I don't think we ever expected as kids, but to do it alongside him, it's just forever ingrained with that moment. I'll never forget that hug that we had after. Honestly, didn't even think of it right away 'cause couldn't even find each other, but then right when we saw each other, that hug, that embrace of achieving something that we didn't even know that could be possible, but doing that, and it's just that's one of those moments that I'll just never forget.
Chimichanga in the chat. Get this knob off my screen. See, what bothers me about that comment is technically the three of us were on the screen at
yeah,
that
it's
point.
true. Who are you talking about?
I don't Chimichanga.
Who are you talking about?
I never talk about that.
But anyways, people are pointing to that it is the Olympic thing that set this into motion and did it. I don't know. A lot of people had some
It's
hard
true
feelings about that.
No, it's definitely
Winning together
true.
and doing that.
Yeah.
But again, I think he needs a babysitter. And or Matthew just tells him what to do, how to play, do stuff. Like we've seen it on the pod. And for that other clip you played when they were ripping Ottawa, he didn't stand up for him, and the other two were just laughing.
No, Brady Tkachuk was not the leader. Brady Tkachuk would lead you to believe he was. Rick Woods in the chat. Some NHL players are duplicating the NBA children as to who they should play for. Look, if teams are going to allow this to happen, then why not? I got news for you. They give out, to quote Brian Burke, last time I checked, they give out 1 cup at the end of the year.
Sure. You know,
and there's a lot of people in the NBA world who have done this 3, 4, 5 times. Kevin Durant looks like an idiot. James Harden looks like an idiot. This can backfire on your legacy
100%.
in a serious way. So, like, have all the fun you want, guys. Knock yourself out.
What?
Jack Hughes is not going to end up with a Stanley Cup. Brady Tkachuk is not going to end up with a Stanley Cup. There's some big-time name. Dylan Larkin 100% won't end up with a Stanley Cup. He's the second most overrated player in the league.
Agreed.
Like, there's only one cup. Go ahead, knock yourselves out, guys.
Can I be honest?
Knock
And you know what
yourselves out.
the other thing it made me think of? I hope this makes GMs more vicious too, where there are more offer sheets and they go after some of these teams to get
Well,
guys.
okay, you brought up the offer sheet because immediately Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars
Right.
was brought up because I believe all these picks that Steve Staios has just accumulated would equal the picks
Yeah.
you have to give up to Dallas
100%.
if Jason Robertson signs his offer sheet. And more importantly, which never gets mentioned, the other team doesn't match. Because I got news for you. Offer sheets are fun. They're titillating.
They are.
They're awesome. But if the other team matches, you got nothing.
Yeah.
You're left at square one with this. Like, offer sheets are not the be-all and end-all, and I'd like to
No.
remind people of that.
I agree.
They're
but I'm
not.
just saying it gives, like, GMs have to watch out for themselves too. If these guys are going to force their way out, like, well, how do GMs recover? I think they should start offer sheeting guys more. Like, it gives them a way to be just as vicious as these players are to get out.
So there's
And that's why you do with an offer sheet. You try and put a team in a position where they can't match.
a Slosh Hogger in the chat. Jason's girlfriend or fiance is from Kingston, Ontario.
I did read this.
Okay,
online.
let me ask you something. Are they living in Kingston now? No? Then shut up about that. I hate that my uncle's cousin lives in Woodbridge or something. Like, it doesn't matter.
You already addressed it.
It doesn't matter. I'm hearing a lot of Austin Matthews' girlfriend is Canadian. So what?
I just told
Do you think that matters at all? You can't find a nice house in Vegas or Dallas or Minnesota or anywhere else? Just nice homes in Toronto? Only Canadians want to live in Canada?
These guys don't care about
Are you serious? Wake up.
Again,
Idiotic comments.
Brady
Idiotic.
Brady lives in New Jersey. He didn't put the devil. If they wanted to play where they live, it would be they don't. They don't care.
They
It's
don't
first
care.
season.
They don't care. The girlfriends, the husbands, the wives, I don't care who it is. They'll go wherever, man.
Yeah.
Do you know in every city, a new player gets sent there? Wife, 2 kids. What do? They get 9 options on where to live within 25 seconds. And it's where the rest of the players live. And I got news for you. Pretty nice part of town. Very easy.
Stale's talking.
Very easy.
Stale's talking at one. A few people in the chat have said that, but I can't find it.
Is he talking on one?
That's what a few people in the chat have said, but I haven't seen it. I tried
Well,
looking.
I'm sure he'll make more comments than the 3-line comment in the press release last night. Holy
That
cow.
that is very telling. Very telling.
Very telling. Okay, a couple more things with the Leafs here, Azo, that we have to get to.
Yeah, I'll read one comment. Michael W. I heard Azo has spirit tattooed on his back. Jim Hiller has been calling. That actually made me laugh.
That's pretty good.
Very.
And Darren Radish is speaking to the media today as well around the same time. So we'll have some fresh sound tomorrow.
The last thing I'll say on it is I am very impressed that they managed to keep this quiet whenever
I know
got
it's a good
decided.
point. It's a really good point because if this got out, a bomb would have gone off in Ottawa.
From both
Bomb.
sides. From both sides. Like, it was
But,
smart on both
but this gives you an idea of how much of a coward Brady Tkachuk is.
100%. I was thinking
He
the
knew
same
full
thing.
well. Him and his agent.
Yep.
It's the agents, guys. The
Yep.
agent didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Because he knew, and he left under the cover of night, like when Baltimore, when the Colts left Baltimore in the Mayflower trucks and they went to Indianapolis. Like, same deal.
Yeah.
What a coward.
Right?
What a
But
coward
but I
Brady
do think
Tkachuk
that's
is.
also a great jumping off point for the Austin conversation on how quiet it was.
Okay, so let's get to Austin.
Yeah.
Because, look, Darren Radish, Elliot Friedman today has basically told you, like, there's a better than 50% chance Sergei Bobrovsky signs with the Leafs.
Dude, there was a lot in
Like,
there.
there's a lot of goaltending stuff in there. So it's obvious for next season they're trying to make Austin happy. Now, I am a little uncomfortable with that.
Well, especially given what Bob was apparently asking for.
What was the number Bobrovsky's asking for?
It's like 6 years, 42 mil. Or
Guys,
something.
he's 37 years old. You
Yeah.
can't give him 6 years, guys.
It was something crazy.
Guys,
Yeah, he wanted
if
6
the
years.
Leafs give Bobrovsky 6 years, they've lost their minds. Because Bobrovsky, and I know that last postseason he was excellent. The last 2 regular seasons, his numbers are nosediving. Nosediving. Okay? If they give Bobrovsky 6 years, I'm going to lose my mind on air. I'm going to lose it. I'll take 8 on Radish. I can stomach that. There's a reason for that. I get it.
And again,
But you can't tell. Like, I just watched Brandon Bussey win a Stanley Cup. You have to give a 37-year-old guy a 6-year contract? Are you kidding me?
Sure.
No, I want to be very clear on this right now. I am very against that. And I'm also against trading any asset for Connor Hellebuck. A, you don't know if he wants to come to a Canadian city to begin with. B, Brandon Bussey just won a cup. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to spend a ton of assets on that kind of goalie. Now, some of you are saying, Sid, Bobrovsky won 2 cups in Florida. Pretty good goalie. Yep. But I just saw it go the other way, too. Now, the Edmonton Oilers aren't good at trying to get the cheap goalie. It's not easy to do. Very difficult. I understand that. But to spend assets, like, I'm not here for that. For a goalie? On a bad blue line? That blue line's still bad, guys. I got news for you. That hasn't changed because of Emil Andre and Darren Radish. There's some real holes on that blue line. 6 years on Bobrovsky is insane if they do that.
Well, that's what he's asking for, right? That's what he's looking
They can't do that.
No.
There's no way they can do that.
Isn't he Artie's favorite goalie? He's like his mentor? You
I
mentor
don't
him?
care if Artie Aktiyamov's favorite goalie is Bobrovsky.
I know.
Is he from Kingston? Is Sergei Bobrovsky from Kingston? I don't know. Makes sense. Slosh Hogger in the chat. 1-2 years for Bob. Tandem with Stolars and mentor AA. I'm here for that.
So Steos is talking right now, it looks like.
That's fine.
Yeah.
He's angling for the draft. He's making deals.
Course.
I'm not overly interested in hearing what he has to say outside of Brady Tkachuk. He's not going to tell you anything about his assets because he doesn't have to. But
if there's anything
if he rips the hell out of I take it back. If he rips the hell out of Brady, I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, we'll play it tomorrow.
We'll do it tomorrow. All right, Austin Matthews. An American captain under the cover of night just left town in a Canadian city. Do Leaf fans have something to worry about? Should Leaf fans be worried at this?
You're asking me?
I'm asking you directly.
Yeah, I think so. Well, again, to me, it speaks a lot that it was so quiet. Like they got this done so quietly that we won't know. And if he does, it's just going to happen. I do think the consensus seems to be he'll be here with the moves they're making. I do believe he will be here come start of the season.
Well, no, listen, start of the season, it's done. Only an idiotic franchise would make these moves and not have a guarantee from 34 for this season.
Right. Exactly.
But let me ask you this, because the tipping point in Ottawa was when Steve Staios reportedly asked Brady Tkachuk, are you going to sign after 2 years? And he goes, no.
Right.
Do you think the Toronto Maple Leafs have asked Austin Matthews that very pertinent question?
I do. We've talked about this.
You think the Leafs,
yes,
who put their head in the sand on Marner for 3 years, who are not a progressive franchise in any way, you think the Leafs, because you might get an answer you don't like. You think the Leafs asked that question of Austin Matthews?
Jacob better have. That should.
I don't believe he did.
I think he did.
I don't believe.
I think that's where all the reports of let's see what you do and then I'll tell you. That's where it all came from, which is ridiculous. But we said it. How many times did we say it? You're not getting that out of Matthews. Matthews isn't a direct guy like that. He doesn't want to be the bad guy. He's not going to give you a straight answer. Where Brady doesn't care. He wanted to go, so he went. Like he told.
But that's the only part of this where I will give Brady Tkachuk some level of respect. He was honest with them.
Yeah, no, agreed 100%.
He lied in public like a weasel, but in private he was honest with them. I'm terrified Matthews isn't being honest with anybody and just doesn't want a deal.
He's not going to get. He doesn't know where he wants it. You think he
knows exactly where he wants to go. Okay. Yes.
I think you have to sell him on it. I've been on this train the whole time.
But what I'm saying is it's already been decided in Matthews' mind.
Yeah.
I think. Now,
for sure.
We'll find out come July 1st next year when he's eligible to sign the extension.
And again, I would get ahead of it. Honestly, as an org, I would have. But yeah, if you want to take
Do
a run
you
with
honestly believe the Leafs have asked Austin Matthews if he's going to re-sign in 2 years?
Yeah, they had to have. You don't think they had to?
I'm very skeptical that the Leafs, a team that loves kicking things down the road, would really want that black and white answer from Austin Matthews. I don't know.
So you don't think when Sundin was even there, he tried to feel him out on it?
Feeling out,
and asking
that question directly are two very different things.
Honestly,
very different things.
I think that's where all the reports of "let me see what you do and then I'll tell you" came from, because they had to have asked.
Viper in the chat, Sundin 100% asked him. Make a relax in the chat. Sundin definitely asked him,
but he didn't get an answer, which is what we expect. Even if they asked him, they weren't getting an answer from.
Well, what if they did? What if he told them, I would love to?
I'd love to be here for the rest of my career, but that's even like you have an out on that too.
No 3-putting in the chat. Matthews out. Ratko Gudas in.
Freege kind of poured some cold water on that one today. He's like, as much as I'd love it, like we would for the content, it's pretty much not happening.
Just for the record, 4 minutes in, Argentina, Austria. Messi hasn't scored. He sucks.
Not yet.
How dare he not score at this point?
Latero
Latero Martinez is hurt. Whoa.
Should he have been thrown out of this game?
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
What happened here?
No,
First off, that's a penalty.
100%.
That's a penalty.
Two guys. Studs. Like, what
Did he get
hell?
ball first? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Neither of them
my
did.
God. Latero Martinez, who's had a lot of injury problems over the last couple of years, got sandwiched by 2 Austrian defenders. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Can I read you a
Man, listen, it's not like they have a $100 million striker on their bench. Sorry, they do. Julian Alvarez. Argentina will be fine.
I got to read this comment. Paulie Mack in the chat says, Sid, his cousin's daughter's best friend is Canadian, so don't overthink it.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
That's hilarious.
That's what I'm talking about.
So good.
His girlfriend once drank a moose head. They love Canada. The hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you know how many Ottawa Senator fans did the Brady loves Ottawa thing for the last 4 years? Where are you now? Where the hell are you today? Go kick rocks with that.
Oh, boy.
Latero Martinez ain't kicking
not
anything right
good.
now. Oh, míos, Dios. Oh, no.
I could say that.
My goodness. Dude. Like, again, Julian Alvarez.
They didn't award it, right?
They did not award the penalty.
Wow.
No, they're checking it.
Oh.
This is a penalty.
Awesome.
I'm telling you.
Oh, look.
He was fouled twice.
So Messi is going to
Not once, twice in the box, Latero Martinez for Argentina.
You jinxed it. See, as soon as you said Messi hasn't
Dude, that's a
scored yet,
penalty. It's 100% a penalty.
it should be. Guaranteed. Eh?
Are you noticing the I don't want to get into the reason why, but the VAR guys, they're not allowed to
Looking
pose
straight
anymore.
forward,
Right?
yep. They don't even look at
You
the
read
camera.
the same story I read, right?
100%.
One guy screws it up for everybody.
Yeah.
They don't let those guys pause for nothing. Okay, he's walking. No, I don't know. Latero Martinez is limping pretty
I don't
hard
think
here.
he can come back in.
I don't know, man. Dude, it's Austria. You can beat Austria with Julian Alvarez on the field. He's one of the best strikers in Europe. Dude, this is a penalty.
I like this.
I'm telling you, Messi's going to
Yeah,
get his
it should
fourth.
be.
Messi is going to break the tie with Jonathan David and score his 4th goal of the tournament.
Because he hasn't played a second game
Yep.
yet. Yeah, correct. All right.
Anyway,
Well, then keep you
why
updated.
is this review so long?
taking so long?
Oh, they're bringing him to the monitor. Oh, there's going to be a penalty.
Wait, it took that long to say let's go to the
See,
monitor?
that's idiotic.
That's stupid.
That's so stupid.
They should have looked at it already.
This is 100% going to be a penalty.
100%. I agree with you.
Guys, I watch soccer.
Two guys.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
So now he's gonna look
He got fouled twice.
That's what I said. It was both guys, not even one. Neither of them got the ball.
He got fouled by, I know Austria very well, by defenders 4 and 5. Got fouled twice.
The goalie wears number 1, and then you just move up 2, 3, 4.
Dude,
5.
I know soccer. 4 and 5 are all over him.
They're not starters.
Okay, I do not believe for a second the Leafs asked Austin Matthews, are you resigning
That's
in 2 years?
interesting.
Because they didn't want the answer.
But with a new GM coming in,
I don't think
and
they
a
wanted
new
the answer.
advisor, They
No.
had to.
No, I don't think they did.
Well, because
I think the
hold
Leafs
on.
play scared a lot.
Because Pele had already said it's a retool that they
Penalty.
just wouldn't go.
Penalty.
Yeah. So because Keith Pele opened his mouth at that press conference, said we're doing a retool, like they were just committed to it without no matter what Austin said.
If Austin was here, they weren't going to rebuild.
Right.
But again, like there is, I've been slow to agree to this. There is a world where you can kind of do both a little bit.
Yeah, which they kind of did last week.
For instance, if the Leafs, let's say, acquire the 9th overall pick in the draft Friday,
Right.
which now belongs to Ottawa,
Like it a bit higher.
I'd
okay.
love it a bit higher. Oh, call the Rangers and that idiot Chris Drury. I'd call the Rangers in a second.
No, that's what I'm saying. Watch out for Ottawa right now.
Listen, let me ask you this, because well before this happened, Steve Stayhouse and the Sens were looking for wingers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a fit with Matthew Nyes and the Ottawa Senators? 23-year-old winger, top 6. I don't know if he's a 1. He's a top 6 guy
for sure.
Do you think there's room there for the Leafs to get in the top 10 of the draft for Matthew Nyes?
More in-division trading or trading? Wow. Yeah. I mean,
He fills a need for the Sens.
I think a lot of people see
100%
Nyes
he
as
does.
Nyes fits on any team, man.
And you're about to see how scared the Leafs actually are of Nyes if they send him in the division.
Well, why'd Ottawa lose? They couldn't score, right? So, yeah.
Well, they couldn't do a lot of things in that series. Messi, Oh, he
My
missed
God.
the net. He missed the net completely. He is not the best player in the world. He is not the best player in the
Still
world.
tied with Jonathan
How
David.
dare you, Messi?
Still tied
What
with
the
Jonathan
hell?
David.
You suck, Messi. He's still the best. Look at the goalie celebrating like he made the save. Shut up. Look at this ignoramus.
Yelling and players.
He's like, I got him. He missed the net by 3
Are you
yards.
sure he wasn't off the line? He was off the
Unbelievable.
line.
Dude,
Yeah.
this FIFA is the best FIFA of all the FIFAs.
Jonathan David still tied.
Wow.
For top.
Ronaldo's missing a penalty tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. But you're just going to score on 2.
I'm telling you, no. Ronaldo will get 2 penalties and act like the world is fine.
They're back. He's back.
Portugal's the only country in the world that could beat Uzbekistan and claim all drama behind the scenes is cured. Come on. I think if you're the Sens, you definitely make a call on Nyes.
But I think there's other
Definitely
guys
make
who
a call
want
on
him.
Nyes.
You'd rather trade him to the West. Like other teams would want him too. Like
Unless
so
you're-
many teams would
Unless
want
you're not
Nyes.
that scared of him, Azzo.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
You know what his health is. It was interesting this year with Nyes. He was banged up. What's he trying to be to? Is he still trying to be that power forward? Because we heard he was trying to put on weight. put
Listen,
on things.
let me.
Like,
I'm
I
gonna.
think it might have got in his head this year.
I'm going to say this as kindly as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I think the value on Matthew Nyes in the trade market will be the highest it is ever going to be in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, fair.
I'm just not convinced what he is. He's even trying to lose weight this offseason.
That's what I mean.
So, like, the power forward isn't going to be as powerful.
That's what I mean.
I don't like that.
I think last year he tried to lose it, have
Like-
more speed, and he got hurt.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was our conclusion on Austin Matthews? Let me read this from Alex in the chat. 34, Austin Matthews is under contract for 2 years. Let's use 34 this season and see where we are. McDavid is up in 2 years, so we have time.
You get so much more for him if you trade this year.
But the Leafs don't have that kind of. They don't have those cojones. See, I'll
agree
give
with
Steve Staios a lot of credit. That took some nuts. It did.
And again, it
did.
depends what he does with them now.
That's your captain. But the second he told you that, this is where the Leafs are not that good of a franchise. The second he told you that,
on the pass.
make the move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for the Sens. Good for Steve Staios.
Yeah. Agreed with that.
100%.
You have to be proactive.
That's 100%. And John Chaika does not seem like a guy to me who will sit on his hands if Matthews is humming and hawing this.
No. I agree.
Now, I also don't mind the idea of the Leafs not asking Austin Matthews, will you resign in 2 years? Because I'm not convinced they have. Having this year play out and then getting down to the nuts and bolts of it July 1st of next year when he's eligible to sign the extension.
But then again, what is a team like? They can
I
wait
don't
a
know.
year.
I don't know.
It depends who the team is that he gives you.
No, but if you're the Leafs, you're hoping every American team stays this dumb and tampers like crazy behind the scenes, and then you find out about it. Then you will get a return.
But with
you
the
will
Olympics,
get a
this
return.
was the year for
I
tampering.
guarantee you.
Yeah, there's some group chat still going on there, I guess.
Chimmy Chong in the chat. Chaika has cojones. I do believe that.
He has proven it.
I do believe
He
that.
doesn't care if people don't like him or not.
Sean in the chat. Awesome. Let's drive Nyes out of town just to get us through until we can drive Matthews out. Yeah, but if you're getting like a stud defenseman in the draft, is that driving out or is that like a hockey trade?
It's all about the return.
See, there are fans who are just like, he's our player and never leave.
No.
He's our player and never.
Again, I don't think Chaika's making the calls to other teams, but he's letting teams call him. If they want to overpay, why wouldn't you?
There's a world where Matthew Nyes is never more valuable than he is right now.
And to your point, you can do a bit of both. You can do the retool and a bit of the rebuild if you get one of those defensemen in the draft or something. Come on.
Look, I just think the Leafs, this Brady Tkachuk thing it has landed at the Leafs' door. If the Leafs are not going to really, really suss this out with Austin, and I don't believe they have, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
No, but to your
I
point,
really don't.
then you just see how this season goes, and you're committed to making that decision by July 1st next year. You just can't let them dictate it in the middle of this season if it goes off the rails at the beginning of the year.
Steve Staios, quote, according to Luke Fox of Sportsnet, Steve Staios tells reporters there was no animosity with Brady Tkachuk.
Right.
There was a trade request, and he tried to find best deal available.
Again, I'm so surprised that stayed so quiet. Both sides were just
Tkachuk
like,
was crapping his pants if that got out. Crapping his pants. I can't believe Messi just missed that penalty.
yeah.
Oh, boy. I think this completely erases everything he did 4 years ago.
Who was it? Shoot, I lost it in shots. Somebody said Nyes is like a playoff. He's built for the playoffs. So maybe there are more teams that would be interested in him. And yeah, if they want to overpay, do it.
Sorry, Nyes is built for the playoffs?
Yeah, just because he's that power for the bigger
Sure.
body.
Okay, yeah, never mind the fact that we've seen him in the playoffs. And he's built for the playoffs.
But he was hurt.
That's like saying I'm built to be a surgeon. I'm built to be a surgeon. Sure. I'll just say things. I'll just say things out loud. Congratulations to the Toronto Marlies. Won the Calder Cup Friday night, and they had their celebration today. Shout out to the man who put this all together, John Chaika. John Chaika has been there for years with the Marlies, and he takes a lot of credit for it. Specifically, John Gruden, the head coach of that team. AHL life is a grind, and good on him. Also, just the gentleman who was emceeing the party today at Real Sports, their public address announcer. I've known him for a long time. He is good people. Simon Bennett.
Hell yeah.
I want to shout out Simon Bennett.
That's where I thought you were going. The guy who made it all happen.
Simon Bennett is a good dude, a
Yeah.
talented guy. He's a passionate sports
He loves
fan.
that team.
And he's great. So I just want to shout out Simon Bennett. It's not just like when a minor league team wins like that, it's not just the team. There's a lot of labors of love that go on, and Simon Bennett is one of many around the Marlies. And you and I, we were at the game the other day, and that's a passionate fan base there.
Definitely. Without a doubt.
Passionate fan base.
It's more reasonable, right, to go to those games.
Oh,
Those people commit to watching
sure.
that team. It's without a doubt.
So congratulations to the Toronto Marlies. Just wanted to get that one out as well. Oh,
Did you want the flashback pick or no?
yes.
just
Yes.
because?
If the Marlies win, we have to remember the greatest moment in Marlies Calder Cup celebration history. Sheldon Keefe handing it to a diabolical Kyle Dubas.
No kidding.
Screaming as if he is in as if he's in a dentist chair without a needle.
Oh,
like
man.
just the best picture.
That's when he said we can and we will, right? Oh, wait, no. That was for something.
No, that's for something else. He did that too, though.
That's what
we
gave him the
can, we
confidence.
can, and we will is we can overspend and we will.
And we'll give them everything they want.
Yes. Great moment for the Marlies and the Calder
No,
Cup.
congrats.
Congrats.
You fan some hope.
I don't know what this means for the big club. Probably not much, but whatever.
Well, hold on, though, because the moves they made last week, like Villeneuve can stay down there and develop a bit more. You don't have to rush him up because some people were calling for him maybe to be on the roster next year.
Again, like you and I have had this conversation. I do hope someone on that Marlies team gets like a real chance at camp.
They should.
I hope.
Well, I mean, Easton will be there, but like
No,
somebody
like
new.
someone
New.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
non-regular NHL.
I love.
You
honestly,
know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't agree with much you say, but
Yeah.
that point you made, if you ran a minor franchise, that's what you would do.
It would send a hell of a signal to everyone in the
100%.
organization.
Work your ass off.
Everyone.
Yep.
One person, for those who missed my point, every year with a minor league team, someone on that team, the best player, whoever the best player is, defenseman, winger, center, I don't care who it is, goalie, you got a job on the big club to start the year. You can play yourself off of it, and we're not going to give you like 4 minutes a night and through 2 games and then send you down. It's not going to be like a typical Berube, Sheldon Keefe thing. Like, it'll be different. But I would do that. I think it really helps your organization. Sends a good message. But if I'm trying to keep my job as a head coach, I don't care about that message. So you got to find a coach who will do that. It's difficult. Also, speaking of championship celebrations,
Yes, I was wondering if you're going there.
the Carolina Hurricanes on Saturday had their celebration through the streets of Raleigh. And the police estimates in terms of the crowd were anywhere from 150,000 to 185,000 people showed up. And I had a couple of Carolina Hurricane Twitter accounts in my mentions
What? Really?
with pictures like the one you're looking at here. We're looking at a shot of the parade. Saying to me, hey, what do you think of that? Let me tell you what I think of that. As someone who's once sat in a parade with 2 million people in downtown Toronto, you need to be better. That's what I think. 150,000 people when the Raptors won the NBA championship was basically Lakeshore to Bremner. Pathetic. Enjoy your 150,000 for a championship. If you don't draw 1 million for a championship parade in the 4 major professional sports in North America, you need to shut your mouth about it. That's sad. I'm talking to South Florida. I'm talking to Carolina. I'm talking to whoever. A parade is not an actual parade in sports unless there's 1 million people at it. See that Knicks parade? That's a parade. Raptors parade 2019? That's a parade. Patriots parades in Boston and New England? That's a parade. 150,000? Okay. Oh, Messi just nearly scored the goal of the tournament.
Oh, he's missing.
He just
today,
walked
though.
through a bunch of Austrian defenders.
Yeah.
Wow. Sabitzer's tracking him down. Messi is now pissed he missed that penalty.
Of course.
Guaranteed Messi's
He's on a mission.
furious.
He's on a mission to get
Furious.
one now, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
We had 150 people. We had 150,000 people at our parade. Look at us. That's pathetic. What the hell are you talking about? 150,000 people. If the Leafs got to a Stanley Cup final, that's how many people would be outside of Scotiabank watching the game. Not the parade, watching a game. 150,000 people. Oh, my God. Be still my beating hurricane. I know. Well, I mean, yeah, how can you stay home when Nick Delorier is signing a contract on the stage? Enjoy it. For the 10 people who really cared in Raleigh, this one's for you. This one's for you. Paulie in the chat. 150,000 people is the number of people in line for the bathroom at Scotiabank. It's true.
It is true. Somebody said at an Argos parade.
How do you crow about a parade with 150,000 people at it? That's the dumbest thing I've ever. That's how small time Raleigh is for hockey. You guys suck. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. None. You had a roster with no pressure on it from anyone in the community, and they were free as a bird to play exactly how they wanted to play. And now you got that parade, and there's no one there. Why? Because there's no pressure in the community. You're really going to tell someone in Toronto that 150,000 people for a parade is a suck on that moment? You suck on that. 1,000% suck on that. 1,000%.
Oh.
There are teams in England who they get promoted to the Premier League have more people in the streets than that. Just promoted. Pathetic.
People are trying to tell you there's only a 500,000 population there in Raleigh. But what about all of Carolina, North Carolina?
You're giving me the Cabo Verde argument on why there was only that many people in Raleigh? Really? There are as many people in Curacao as there was at the parade for the Hurricanes on Saturday. Johnny population. Get out of here. 150,000. Ooh. How will Raleigh recover? They're already talking about Bryce Young and the Panthers on sports radio constantly. They don't care. Give me a break.
They spent the most money on their offensive line this year. The Panthers?
Even Azzo knows stupid stuff about the Panthers. Right? Azzo cares more about the Panthers' offensive line than winning a cup in Raleigh.
Yeah. And they traded for a tackle.
That's unbelievable. Crazy. We had 150,000. Idiot. Get out of here. There would be 150,000 people in Toronto waiting for the parade to start at 8 a.m. that morning. Never mind 150,000 at your whole parade. Get out of here. And you know what? Looked like a nice day in Raleigh.
It was.
You guys suck. If it was raining, I'd give you more of an excuse for that. Looked like a beautiful day in Raleigh. Guys, I don't know. We can't stay home. Shane Gostisbehere is going to raise the cup. All right. You want me to comment? I'm commenting. You guys are dumb. Dumb. I will comment on this all day. At MLSC, there's 150,000 in every board meeting. Just coming up with ideas and stuff.
Family and friends section.
Family and friends section.
Without a doubt. The ones who are told when to clap.
150,000. You know what I didn't see at all? Aerial shots.
Yeah.
I looked hard online, I'm serious, for aerial shots of that parade. You know why there weren't any? The news channels knew renting a helicopter for the day, not needed.
They have their weather choppers. They could have got one.
They didn't use one. They didn't want to waste the gas. These are hard times for mainstream media.
This is all because Messi's playing right now, isn't it? All because Messi's playing.
George in the chat. Sid, you're going to break the desk. Yes, I am.
Oh my!
And the landlord will give us a new one.
It's true. Comes with the office space.
You know how many desks we can choose from? 150,000.
Because it's not that big of a number.
Ridiculous. 150,000 at our parade. Suck on that, Toronto. You guys are dumb.
The Marlies might have had that.
The
today.
Marlies had more. I don't know if they had more. They were real sports.
I doubt
Maybe
it.
they didn't.
I doubt it.
Maybe they did. Again, shout out Simon Bennett. I love Simon
Yeah.
Bennett. Good guy. Really talented guy.
Very
Hard
good.
worker.
Loves
Great.
that team. Yeah,
Loves the
because
Marlies.
he works the early morning shift and still does
Yes.
that at night every night.
Yes.
Credit him, man.
Yes.
Like you said, it's the people around the organization. It's crazy. And he loves that team. So, yeah, shout him out.
Unbelievable. I don't know what's more ridiculous right now. That line that, hey, we had 150,000 at our Stanley Cup parade, or that penalty for Messi I just saw.
Oh, yeah. I got to get this going again. Hey, Sid, great time of year, huh? Is it that time yet? No.
It is, Azo. Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. Sorry, did someone in the chat set up the Betway read?
No, I just thought
Or that was you. Okay.
Because it just kept going.
Because I got news for you. If you guys in the chat want to set up that read, you will get name checked.
Yes.
I think it's the funniest thing on earth when someone not being paid by Betway sets up the Betway rate.
It's true.
That's teamwork, right?
It is teamwork.
Appreciate you. That's teamwork.
Oh, man. I was just
Unbelievable.
trying to get it moving because got to get off the 150.
Yeah, let's
Funny.
get off. I do want to get to some of this. So let's get off the 150.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen. I can say whatever I want on air today. You're the one that has a stamp on your lower back that says strength and honor. That's what we learned today.
It's not lower back.
Nothing I say today will be any more revealing
I'm not
than
telling
that
you.
Johnny Monday hat. Okay? You know, I'm going to get a tattooed on my lower back. Raleigh is a great hockey marker. That's what I'm going to get. Tattoo.
That would be fitting.
Get out of here. 150,000. Joke. The biggest joke, I'll defend Raleigh. The biggest joke is still the Panthers parades with 20 people
Yeah,
in it.
no,
taking the
without a
Stanley
doubt.
Cup into convenience stores and no one knowing what the hell it was.
Great weather. It's
No
chill.
one knowing what's going on.
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
Biggest disgrace in National Hockey
They're
League
going to
history.
have one next year now that they
No,
got Brady.
I got news for you. Those are over.
Yeah.
Brady Tkachuk can't skate. I got news for you.
That's clutch? Yes, it is.
What's that?
No, nothing. There was a question in the chat about where the tattoo was, and I just answered him.
Where is it? I didn't read it.
Oh, no, you missed it. It's in between the shoulders.
Which
That's all.
testicle did you put on?
I was going to quote Superbad there, and I was going to
No,
get in
don't.
trouble. No, I know.
I love that movie, but don't quote it.
I know.
I love Superbad.
I know. That's why I didn't. I said I was
There
going
are moments in that movie.
so funny.
Michael Cera is like the funniest person to ever be in a movie.
Without
ever.
a doubt.
Jonah Hill's great. There's a lot of great cameos. Michael Cera in
Hilarious.
Superbad. And I have to tell you something. The Rogers commercials with him in it, I never get sick of. Because
Yeah,
I think
same.
Michael Cera is
How many of them are there, though?
outrageously funny.
I know. I agree.
Like,
this is the end.
John
You see that?
John Schneider was the worst actor in any of those commercials.
He's busy, man. He's got too much stuff on his mind.
Hey, Michael, what is this?
Oh, man.
Oh, those ones made me laugh.
you see
Oh
This
my
Is the
God!
End?
Look, you've seen this Austrian guy?
Oh, my God.
With
What is
no
that?
shirt.
That's worse.
There was an Austrian guy
Messi what?
at Cowboy Stadium with no shirt. Just said "Messi who?"
Oh.
That's what it said on his chest.
Did
in
it have
paint.
an arrow pointing somewhere?
Oh,
It
my-
was all lower. Wasn't
Oh,
even
I don't
on
know
his
what else it
chest.
had. And on the back it said 150,000
like-
strong. That's what it said.
It was on his stomach. Like, that was weird. Anyways,
That
have you
jo-
seen This Is the End? Michael Cera's hilarious.
Oh, this
in
is
that.
the end is pretty good
Good
too.
too, yeah.
Because there's like way more reality in that movie
Yeah,
than we don't realize.
Sure.
Okay, World Cup. So Azo played me this clip before the show Friday, and I was like, wow. We didn't have time to kind of cut it up properly. But like I saw it in a lot of different places throughout the weekend. And it went viral. And listen, I think there were a lot of reasons why Canada beating Qatar the way they did was important on Thursday night. Here's the main reason for Canadians. And I don't think I'm breaking any news by saying this. There were a lot of Canadians watching that who really don't care about soccer that much. And the worst thing you can do is hype up. I've done this before. The worst thing you can do in this country is hype up a soccer game, make someone watch a soccer game they don't want to watch, and then Canada gets blown out or is really disappointing. because then they check out. Those sports fans in Canada will check out, which is not what you want for a host nation. It's not good for the sport in this country. But guess what happened? Horrible injury to Ishmael Kone aside, Canada blows the doors off of Qatar, a terrible team. But there was a lot going on in that game, obviously, aside from the score. One, there was the score. Two, the people that knew soccer in that Vancouver stadium, there were plenty, were deflated at what happened to Kone and his broken leg in two places. So Jesse Marsh after the game is doing two things. One, he's trying to kind of lift everyone's spirits. And two, he's celebrating a phenomenal result in Canadian soccer history. No CONCACAF team, CONCACAF is our region, no CONCACAF team has ever won a World Cup game by that margin. It's never happened. Not the States, not Mexico. And Mexico's had some good teams down through the years, man. Some decent ones. So Jesse Marsh, and you've seen the video by now, walks around, he's in the huddles, he's yelling at the crowd, he's doing all the things. Now, keep in mind, if there's one thing British soccer folks hate more than anything, it's an American. Jesse Marsh is American. And when you're an American in Britain and England trying to kind of make your bones as a soccer person, no one will respect you. And there was no more glaring example of this than Ted Lasso. People think Ted Lasso is like this fictitious story. Not really. Like, there have been a couple of American soccer people who tried to do business there. It is tough sledding. It's a tough place to get respect if you're an American coach. So Jesse Marsh, 5 years ago, I think, he took over Leeds United. He saved them from relegation, which was a big deal. But then the next year didn't go well, and after 37 games at Leeds, he got fired from Leeds. But, you know, saving Leeds from relegation was a pretty significant moment for Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh coached in Germany. He's coached in the Champions League. He's done some really significant things. So those pictures of Jesse Marsh celebrating after a 6-0 win over Qatar, were beamed around the world. Not everyone appreciated them. I know what he was trying to do here. The signals got crossed around the world, and specifically in countries in Europe, and specifically Ireland. So the clip we're going to play for you came from RTE in Ireland. They're the rights holders of the World Cup. They're pretty good at it. Their production's strong. And right after the Canada win over Qatar, they went back to their studio, and there were 3 people in studio. The host is Joanne Cantwell. You're going to hear from her. The most bombastic voice you're going to hear is from former player Alan Cawley. Now, to be honest about this, Alan Cawley, his resume can't touch most of these Canadian players right now. Like, he never played in the Premier League. He never went across Europe. His resume is kind of thin. But he's sitting next to a former defender, Stephen Kelly, who played with Tottenham Hotspur, played in the Premier League for a little bit. So Stephen Kelly, has a resume. The most angry person in the clip we're about to play for you does not. And I don't want to get into ripping on Irish coverage, because there's some people who I will hear from any day of the week on soccer. If the second Roy Keane says anything about soccer, I'm stopping what I'm doing. Kevin Kilbane has done a hell of a job on Canadian television and continues to. But there's some takes here that I found kind of shocking. And it really shows you the divide between what's actually happening in Canada and what people are interpreting outside of Canada. And this is where I thought John Herdman was always in over his head. He was never ready for global media pressure. He thought he was. He was never ready for that. Jesse Marsh, I think, is. So you're going to hear a conversation between 3 people about how Jesse Marsh was carrying on after the Qatar game. This clip is about 2 minutes. I'm going to let this run. And I found it fascinating. Again, Azzo found this clip on Friday. I think it's a good time to play it. Here it is.
A bit of kind of class and decorum of what you've just beaten. And in terms of, it's only the second group game of the tournament. So just put a lid on it. Cool the jets a little bit. He's talking about a national movement in the interview.
Well, he's trying to get Canadians aren't massive football fans.
No,
They're not, and he's trying to get them on side.
But he doesn't need to try to get them on side because it's been hosted there in Vancouver, Montreal. They're already there. They're involved.
But they're not. He had to do the rallying call just to get them to come and film.
He's doing a rallying call every press conference he does. It was the same at Leeds. It was the same everywhere. That's the way he carries on. But it's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. Even if you listen to some of the stuff that's coming out of his mouth, it's ridiculous. So in fairness, as I said, I'm praising him on one hand, but just have a bit of decor, a bit of class. Bit of class.
I think there's parts of his character that you don't like when he gets animated on the sideline when someone misses a chance, when he getting the guys in the centre circle. That's for the cameras.
Sorry, is he the only manager?
No, he's not.
But he's one of the worst.
What I do like and what I did like is his interview at the end there. In no way did he try and throw the player in the bus that made the tackle, because I've been in a situation where players have got on the back of that. It's been really tough. He was very calm about it, didn't bring it up, didn't mention it. I think that was quite level-headed for him. And considering he's the person that we see, a lot of it's bring the attention on me.
The one thing he did say there, though, that I like as well was the fact that about the players, and he spoke glowingly. But he's the one in the middle of the pitch giving it socks. Let the players have their moment.
But I know that. But
everyone's gone off the pitch. He's still out in the middle of the pitch. It's embarrassing.
Listen, we accept it from bigger managers because they've achieved way more.
Stephen,
no, but we do.
No.
If Klopp does that in a random...
Stephen, I'm telling you now, I disagree completely with you on that. Because you have fellas who've achieved a hell of a lot more than him jumping around the pitch.
Klopp has done that before he won a Premier League title.
No.
Klopp did that.
Yeah, but what did he do in Germany and all those places?
I know, but he did that before he won a Premier League title. So what's the difference?
But look what he's gone on to achieve.
But what's the
he's
difference?
A top manager.
I know, but
he's not.
But what's the difference, though?
Because they're after beating Qatar.
But that's a huge achievement for them.
But we've pointed out the fact that it's a huge achievement.
If that was us...
Hold on a minute.
If that was Ireland...
But hold on a minute.
If that was Ireland, that was a huge achievement.
Hold on a minute. We've pointed out the fact that it's a huge achievement, right?
Yeah.
4 points on the board. That's fair enough, no problem. Absolutely, give them credit for that. But it's Qatar with 9 men. So have a bit of understanding of what you've just been and a bit of control over the situation.
Come into it.
Because what's going to happen, they're going to play a proper team, and then we'll see what will happen. And he won't be shouting and roaring in.
Again, that was last, that's gone viral. That was last Thursday on Irish television after the Canada game against Qatar. And, perspectives are interesting to me. And, again, if I'm being honest, I think, again, that was Alan Cawley, the guy on the right, for those of you watching, who was the most critical of Jesse Marsh. And clearly, again, I can't say this enough, people in Ireland, people across Britain, boy, do they hate Jesse Marsh. Ted Lasso was not made in a vacuum. There is a history of American coaches trying to succeed there and just getting spit on by the press. Ted Lasso is one of the smarter shows I've ever seen. There's a lot of truth in it. So Jesse Marsh will never do anything right in certain people's eyes. And quite frankly, some Americans hate his guts too now. Jesse Marsh. But part of this is, if I'm being honest, Ireland in World Cup history have played 13 games. Canada have played 8. By the end of this tournament, Canada may have played as many World Cup games on the men's side as Ireland. That may bother Ireland a little bit. I don't know. But from a European perspective, celebrating like that after beating Qatar with 9 men is infuriating to see. I understand their perspective of that a little bit. But again, the reality in this country is, I'm not going to lose it at that because that guy he's not here. He doesn't know the soccer atmosphere. I know full well, and I'm sure Azul's running the people and people in the chat and those at One Soccer and TSN who were covering this and Sportsnet. As significant as the Bosnia game was, I think there were Canadians in this country also a little disappointed. And again, as a host nation, you can't lose people's attention. That is a failure of all of this. The whole point of this in Canada is soccer is going to be tip of the tongue. Now, it's tough when all the games are on streaming services week in and week out. That's not easy. But that's the whole point of this in this country. We have more kids playing soccer than any country in the world already. How do you get that to bleed into adult viewing habits? That's the whole point of this, in terms of supporting the Canadian teams and then other stuff. So the fact that Canada won that game in that fashion against Qatar, the fact that everyone's deflated about Kone, Jesse Marsh has to, in my opinion, have that type of attitude after the game. Messi just scored. Messi's getting 4 goals today, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
Let me reset. So Jesse Marsh has to do that, in my opinion. He has to. Because I got news for you. Go up and down that roster for Canada. Who's going to be that person? They don't have it. Jonathan David does not want to talk to you. I'm serious. Alphonso Davies is not going to be that guy. So I like Stefan Eustachio, but like he's kind of soft-spoken. Like someone has to be the vocal leader here. And honestly, no one's touching Jesse Marsh for that. No one. Canada do not have that other type of player, that rah-rah. They don't. They don't. So I just think it was an opinion from a part of Europe where like they expect certain things from soccer and they don't really understand the realities of Canada here. Like this is about rallying the troops. Because there's a world where Canada has minimum 3 games left. You thought last Thursday was big. And if those games are in Vancouver, if they manage a draw against Switzerland and play their next 2 games potentially in Vancouver, round of 32, and dare I say, round of 16, watch this momentum. But it's about keeping that momentum. And I think Jesse Marsh is doing a hell of a job in the public. In fact, I thought he pulled it back against Qatar, considering how cheap those bastards were and how much of an idiot their head coach was. I thought he was pretty measured. So if there are parts of the world that don't want Canada to celebrate after their first ever World Cup win, go to hell. I'm not taking that. If you want to talk about Jesse Marsh and is he like an attention hog and this and that, fine. If this gets down to Canada's not allowed to celebrate a first men's World Cup victory, I'm not really sure how many victories Alan Cawley had in his career, based on the resume I just read. Not many. So he wouldn't know what it's like to celebrate anything. But go on and celebrate, guys. And I think Jesse Marsh is doing a hell of a job from a PR perspective. Hell of a job. And the other insinuation that was kind of made here is, Jesse Marsh has kind of taken all the spotlight away. No, that's what John Herdman was doing 4 years ago. John Herdman was doing that. Jesse Marsh has seen his most important player break his leg and is trying to keep spirits up. And guess what? I think he has. Because Saturday morning, Ishmael Kone got back to the team hotel from the hospital after breaking his leg in 2 places. And Canada Soccer put out the video of him returning. And the audio here speaks for itself. And if this doesn't sound like a team that's together and united, I don't know what does.
Get in the chair. Cheers right there. Sir.
That was the scene Saturday morning.
So good.
I mean, I just wanted to run that other clip because its perspectives are always different. And there's a European way to do things, and I get it. But there's a reality in Canada where we're still growing here. Yes. And that's part of this. But Azo, do you not agree? If Canada would have tied Qatar the other night with that audience,
yeah,
that's bad. That's a bad scene for just the movement in this country.
And it
really is.
It was a case of the moment too, right? Like again, Jesse Marsh has been calling for the crowd to be into this from that interview we played in Italy before the tournament, before the Toronto game, before the Vancouver game, and that was such a roller coaster losing Kone like that, like the crowd, like it has to take you back a bit. I think he just wanted the people to understand the historic moment and get them and keep them riled up.
Yep.
Listen, it's going to be a test for Canada in the soccer world after this World Cup is done. Because we know when hosting, like the build up for it is good. Did you see the news? There's some breaking news.
Well, there's two. I did forget with Lionel Messi what that meant. Messi is now the leading goal scorer in World Cup history.
Oh, wow.
He passes Miroslav Klose of Germany.
That's not what I saw.
17. I knew he was tied. It didn't dawn on me in the moment, but I got a reminder. All right, breaking news. So what's the other one? Hit me.
Eustachio back at training for Canada today.
Yay! Because he missed training yesterday, Eustachio. And what worried me is Canada Soccer, who will talk about a lot of things, said nothing.
Yes.
That's what worried me the most yesterday.
It's true.
Canada Soccer. This country cannot go into Switzerland on Wednesday missing both Kone and Eustachio.
It's true.
No dice.
And that's
Canada's going to get rolled 3-0 if that happens.
Listen, for the players to even get through that game after Kone, like they had to be emotionally spent. So the fact that Jesse was out there trying to fire up the crowd or keep the crowd there and understand the meaning of the moment, I'm okay with that, man. Like, how could you not? The other problem with that clip before, I think the guy was kind of giving Marsh crap for running up the score. Which in this group phase, like you have
that was the dumbest.
Anybody,
that was the dumbest thing you could possibly say.
Yeah, because I saw a longer clip of it. Like that just shows me you don't understand what this means.
No
or
idea.
how the group stage does.
Honestly, listen, Ireland are getting a little bit out of shape because Canada's going to soon play as many games as them in World Cup history. They don't like that. That's fine. If I'm Ireland, I don't like that either. Deal with it. Qualify better.
Yep, 100%.
No one cares. Qualify better.
And did you see the Duthie tweet on Saturday, I believe it was, about the Kone incident? What happened?
What was it? The doctors?
No. So it was when Kone was carted off, Derek Cornelius followed in the tunnel to make sure he was okay. Kone sent Cornelius back minutes later to reassure the teammates he was fine.
Good.
Jesse Marsh says that helped them reset and score 3 more goals. Something Marsh says he has never seen. Instead of the team comforting the injured player comforted the team.
It's a crazy story.
It's an awesome story. I saw that from Duthie. I'm like, wow, that's great storytelling.
Drew Mega in the chat. It's like the saying, act like you've been there before. Well, Canada hasn't been there before.
Yeah, it's historic.
It was their first World Cup win. They deserve to savor it. I'm kind of with you. Like Egypt last night in Vancouver.
I thought you didn't want to talk about it. Yeah.
No, but I want to bring this up because
sure.
I can make the argument Egypt have been underperforming the whole time in World Cups, and they should have had a win a long time ago.
Agreed with that.
With Marmouche and Mo Salah up front.
Who
Like, give
scored
me
a
a
goal.
break.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
And he was partying in the streets of Vancouver. Said he might go live there after he's done.
New Zealand were really bad last
were.
night. I'm sorry.
No, but shut
Terrible.
up. You're right for Egypt. Like, that's big. I mean, Canada could have won their first game last World Cup. They didn't, so it was still history. And
but
again, I think after this World Cup ends, it's a push. Like, Canada has to keep the momentum going. And now that they're not hosting, you worry about that taking a step back when this tournament's on. That's why it would be great to see them go on a run and get that excitement up.
again, like if I'm being realistic, do I think there's going to be a flood of people who make time for soccer all the time in Canada? I don't know.
Right.
And that's the nice way to say it.
Agreed.
But this doesn't hurt.
But the further run you can make, it kind of gets the interest up.
But I think, honestly, for me from a competitive standpoint, it's not even about how many people are watching. It's about how many athletes who were thinking about doing basketball or hockey or baseball say to hell with it.
Yeah.
I want to try this out.
And focus on
it. And then Canada gets serious. Because then qualifying for World Cups is second nature. All the talent we've had. Owen Hargreaves is a product of the Canadian system. Long-time English international. Like we can develop players in this country.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if this means kids are looking at hockey prices in terms of equipment in this country and saying, "No, I'm not doing that. Come on over."
And Marsh has talked about that too.
Plenty of fields available.
The players who have an option of countries to choose from wants them to choose Canada, right? And it has become more of a thing lately.
I'm with you.
Yeah, for sure. But again, when you host, there is more of that push, and you hope that momentum doesn't die when the tournament's end.
Scorpio Canuck in the chat. The Canadian Premier League needs to survive after the World Cup.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
I agree.
That's totally what I'm getting at.
I worry, but I agree.
Yep. Well said.
And he also says Whitecaps can't leave Vancouver either. Yeah, that stuff can't. That stuff can't happen the second the World Cup leaves. Like the Carnival packs up tent and takes off. I hope that doesn't happen.
Some people think CPL hasn't done enough to take the momentum. Sorry, what's the name here?
Listen, I have to be honest.
PEI.
I have to be honest with you. If we can get more CPL on like TSN and Sportsnet and CBC, I think it's a good thing.
Agreed.
I think the job that One Soccer has done with the CPL is extraordinary. Do not tell me people at One Soccer haven't done a good job with the Canadian Premier League.
True.
They put a lot into that.
They do. The Smurf says it's the FIFA bump.
Well, let's see about.
We hope so. I hope so.
How did that Brazil FIFA bump happen with a stadium in the middle of the rainforest that was used twice?
Now
Go
who's
look at that
living there?
stadium. Holy cow. So as I mentioned, like, there's a chance here Canada just stays in Vancouver. And I did not think that was realistic. I thought that was a pipe dream the entire time. But now we're here. Switzerland have not looked great to me the entire tournament. I don't like how Canada doesn't have Ishmael Koning.
It's big.
Nathan Saliba, I'll give him a shot, but I will reserve judgment on what I think Canada's chances are of winning that game Wednesday until I see how Saliba and Eustachio play together. And we'll see why Eustachio was missing yesterday from practice. That was weird. We'll see.
Could have just been under the weather.
Maybe.
I saw something like that.
Could have been.
Feeling great.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
But there's a chance here Canada, if they win the group, are in Vancouver. And I love Toronto. I love that field. The home field advantage of Vancouver is significant.
Very.
It's noisier. It feels bigger. It is bigger. I don't know. Like, there was a part of me for a while that was like, really, all the games except for ones are in Vancouver? And the more I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm good with it. That's kind of their home base for a lot of reasons. And Liam Miller of Canada was speaking yesterday, and he talked about the crowds in both Toronto and Vancouver, but like he slowly, as this quote progresses, spilt into Vancouver's kind of amazing. And he talks about how loud the national anthem was at BC Place on Thursday. And as you listen to him, ask yourself, how awesome would it be if they just stayed in Vancouver? Listen to this.
Like the support has honestly been unbelievable from all the fans. I felt like Toronto was electric in the first game, and I felt like Vancouver was almost unbelievable for me. Obviously the fans of Toronto were obviously great as well, but the national anthem in Vancouver, when they sung it, it was probably the loudest I've heard in O Canada, and I was getting goosebumps the whole time. And just the way the crowd was with the game, the result obviously probably helped with that, but it was just. It was honestly, it's been amazing to feel the support from all the Canadian fans. To see nothing but red in the stadium is amazing for all of us. Something that a lot of us haven't experienced before, I feel like, just seeing nothing but red in the stadiums. And honestly, I think the home support has been helping us a lot with the tournament.
Jeff in the chat, Canada can beat Switzerland. I don't know that. I have to be honest. I don't know that without Koning. I'm not as convinced. I think I can get a result for sure. And a result is all they would need. But with that home crowd in Vancouver, man, it's going to be interesting. I will say this.
It helps, man. It helps.
I will say this. This is going to be the first time, and this really falls on Jesse Marsh and the coaching staff as well. This will be the first time in this tournament Canada will not have the ball for a lot of the game. Like, there'll be stretches where Canada have the ball. Get ready for it, though.
And this is where Kone would be huge.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He would be vital.
I know. Because he did that well in the first game against Bosnia too, but
again, I'm timidly walking towards this game. Like, I'm not saying Canada's going to win the game because I can't. Because Canada now is different today than they were last Thursday in terms of their lineup. They're different.
Now, do you see them playing for the draw? Like, that's what kind of.
It depends on. I think in the second half, if it's tight, I could see them playing for the draw.
Yes, but not straight up from the beginning.
But I also think because we haven't seen Alphonso Davies yet in the tournament. And we kept hearing he was available against Qatar. We'll never know. If Canada's in a situation where they need a goal in the last 30 minutes, if Alphonso Davies can't play those 30 minutes, I don't know what he's doing with the team.
That's fair. That's very
like
fair.
I'm just saying.
And this is why you held him out.
If you can't put him out there in that game on Wednesday, I don't know what we're doing here.
Or at least last 20 at least.
Yeah, at least 20.
Yeah.
If you can't play Davies 20 minutes against Switzerland, and you may need him to.
And it helps him get his legs under him for the knockouts.
Yeah, like now
he needs to get his legs
now
under
is the point where everyone has to look at each other with Alphonso Davies and say,
this is why you're here.
We've been careful.
Yep.
We've been very cautious in training.
But we couldn't need him.
If he can't play now, what are we doing?
And I'd like to see some
like
game action.
What's happening here?
Yep.
I just think we're at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff in the chat, Davies plays the second half, 20, 30 minutes for preparation for the round of 32. I'm fine with that. And honestly, if something were to happen to Davies, then that's a whole different discussion. Yeah. But this is a monster game. Like, this is not just get a result against Switzerland. This is get a result. You don't have to leave Vancouver. You stay in Vancouver. You stay in front of those folks. You stay in front of that crowd. You stay in front of that atmosphere. All of it.
Yep. You heard him. Like, the anthem hyped them up because
it
it was
the
loudest. Like, it would.
You got to play him.
It would help.
Got to play him.
Again, a place where it all kind of started for him, right? Like, it's going to mean more to him, too, to be there. I'd love to see him get in.
So that game is Wednesday, and Azo and I will be streaming it with you, 3 p.m. Eastern, on all the social channels. Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. It still kind of blows me away how many of you enjoy those.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun on our end.
Well, except for that game. With the
except for
Kone thing was
I got
weird.
depressed in the middle of the game.
I know.
But, I mean, normally it's a lot of fun. And it's one of the rare times where the content kind of comes to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind that.
Oh, we're going to be watching it, so why not watch it with the
Might as
people
well.
in the chat and each other?
Again, we got 4 live streams this week.
That's crazy.
We got 4.
We're going to hate each other by saying.
And by the way, at some point this week, we will be streaming the entire Mike Babcock press conference in Edmonton. Is that going to happen tomorrow?
It seemed like Friedge was insinuating
When is that gonna happen?
Because he knew the Connor Murphy contract was going to get done today, and it seems like maybe tomorrow. I would expect to hear it tomorrow.
Chris in the chat, more streams after the FIFA is over?
We'll see.
Listen, Jay's wild card.
Yeah?
Jay's. Can you imagine if we were streaming the World Series last year?
Oh, my God. Could you have?
Could you imagine? I could do that.
We would have definitely had some swears.
But you and I would have needed like a conversation after the 18-inning game.
Dude, seriously.
We would.
We might as well just sleep here to do the noon show.
Yeah, I'll break into the office across the hall. Someone walks in. I'm there in my underwear.
I'm breaking into the vending machine.
It's not
Forget
good.
that.
Not good at all.
Anyway.
The
draft's going to be fun, though.
Well, Death Clutch in the chat to that end. The draft will be epic.
Yeah.
We'll be here Friday night, guys. This is going to be crazy. I have to be honest with you. Having not watched any of these young defensemen for most of the year, I'm now in love with all of them.
I know, it's true.
I don't know what it is. Even the Schmitz kid, the Latvian kid.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for.
Because it was Chase Reed and
I'm here
Verhoff
for it.
mostly, but yeah.
It's Reed. It's Keaton Verhoff. It's all of them. I'm here for all of them. So we'll see. Chris wants a free agency stream July 1st. We're technically on air anyway.
On.
Hold on. Is July 1st on a weekend?
No, but it's Canada. Oh, it's a Monday. I believe it's a Monday.
It's a Wednesday.
Oh, is it?
We're here
Oh,
anyway.
shoot. Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
it was in the middle. What?
It's a Wednesday. July 1st is a Wednesday this year. I'm looking at it. It's a Wednesday. Why are you so confused? I'm telling you, I'm looking right at it. It's a Wednesday. July 1st, 2026
I
is a
thought it was
Wednesday.
the weekend the Mets were in town. Bo was in town, and Monday was a Canada game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry. My bad.
They might be. The Mets are in town. Oh no, they're not in town this weekend. It's next week. The Mets are in town next week. And Bo's in for Canada Day Wednesday. Yes.
Is that July 1st? Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a weekend series. My bad. Sorry.
What's the reaction?
I thought it was a weekend
What's the reaction Bo Bichette gets? Because half Jays fans want to trade for him.
Is Mitch Marner an indication?
We love you. Well, listen, the Bo Bichette thing, I just think just kind of got weird, and no one was that angry about it.
Yeah, sorry. I thought that was a weekend series. That's why. Sorry, I told myself.
Oh,
I lied
Monday
to
Mets.
myself.
Sorry, Monday Mets.
Yeah.
It is Monday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's the last game of a 3-game series. I know that.
Correct.
Yeah. So my bad.
By the way, some shout outs before we go. Curacao and Capo Verde. Shout out to both of them.
You see what the goalie's up to on Instagram?
Vozinha?
Yeah.
What's he at now for Capo Verde?
15.5 million followers.
Good for you. There's also that Tim Payne for New Zealand who had like the lowest number of followers. And there was an influencer who said, help this guy out. I think he's up to like 15 million too.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a crazy story. By the way, Asimir Begovic is on TSN's desk right now.
Oh, wow.
Did we not like ask him to play for Canada and he said no? Like, how did that go?
You'll know more better than me. I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to remember how that played out. I'm trying to remember. Because if that's how it played out and he's like on TV a lot, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I have to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
I have to be honest with you. And I'll leave it at that. But and honestly, the other reason I miss Milan Borjan.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the schedule. I
He's
hope he's
growing-
okay.
he's growing on me
I thought
a lot.
Milan Borjan was kind of amazing on the desk.
He's growing on me
He's
a lot.
really good.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out Capo Verde, who tied Uruguay yesterday 2-2. And Curaçao, who took on the worst offensive team I've ever seen in Ecuador. They were the worst. I think Ecuador has gone like 10 hours without scoring a competitive game.
We knew they were defensive though,
But-
right? Like, but yeah,
But they have guys who know how to go in the offensive zone a little.
Fair.
They haven't scored in like 10 hours in a competitive game.
That's crazy.
Ecuador's brutal.
That's insane.
They're brutal going forward. Crazy. All right. So the Jays, the best thing that happened to the Jays in a while was getting rained out yesterday at Wrigley.
No, the best thing for the Jays was we didn't have a show on Saturday because
You were pissed.
livid. That was ridiculous.
The Jays used 10 relievers in the first two games. Like, who the hell would have pitched yesterday, even if they played the game?
They're so lucky they got that rain out. But like Gosman wanting to go out for the third and then being like, no, we don't want you to throw 90 pitches in 3 innings. What? Why not?
Why did Patrick Corbin throw 100 pitches in 3 2/3 innings?
Yeah, and
Did you see that?
He's turned into a pumpkin. Like, I'm
The
sorry.
Jays are hanging by a thread here with the pitching. Hanging on by a thread.
Yep.
And who did they pick up yesterday? Luis Urias from the minors?
Yeah.
From the Diamondbacks? He's done nothing in his major league career. He's had a good run in the minors.
But this is what we're counting on now?
Infielder? But like,
And
I
again-
just, you need some arms here, man.
You do.
Like, you need some arms.
But
This
you
is
have
getting-
them there. What
You
do you-
cannot use your bullpen like this
Reckless.
continuously and expect not to get burned.
And Braden Fisher being the first guy in that game on Friday when he's been your opener, like you can tell he doesn't have the velocity he used to have because they're using him so much. It's insane to me that they're using these guys in games like that and won't just let a guy
you're right.
throw an extra
You're right.
one. It's crazy to me. Crazy. Anyways, they're back at home. See what happens.
Okay. All right, I think we're done.
Yeah.
Gonna watch. Messi's gonna score at least 2 more goals in this half.
Oh, definitely.
100%. So again, tomorrow we're here at noon Eastern. We'll probably run back a bit of the Steve Stayhouse. Maybe Darren Radish from the Leafs. He's going to meet the media today.
Only have an hour show, right? Because
it's less than an hour.
Less than an hour, 45, 50 minutes. So we'll see.
Because people want to hear the sick anthem twice.
Not in
They
an
want to
hour.
hear the sick anthem twice.
Within an hour.
Yes. All right. Anything else? You good?
What we do in life, Sid, echoes in eternity.
Is it echoes in eternity or all of eternity?
Echoes
I
in
think I think you nearly got it.
No, what
I
we
don't
do
know.
in life
Someone-
echoes in eternity.
Give Azzo a mirror so he can check his ass for the tattoo.
That's the lower back. No.
Lower back.
What we do in life. Now, hit like and subscribe, please.
Yes.
That's it.
I will see you in the afterlife, but not yet.
Strength and honor
Not
during
yet.
that game tomorrow.
Our apologies. We wanted to get to Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time. On behalf of Azzo and everyone here at Sick Media, I'm Sid. This has been the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy Messi getting another hat trick. That's what's going to happen here. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.